What if I told you that one of the greatest skeet shooters in Olympic history didn't become a legend simply because he could shoot faster, aim better, or break more targets than everyone else? What if the real difference was happening before the target ever appeared? For years, Vincent Hancock has stood on the biggest stages in shooting sports. Olympic Games, World Championships, international finals, thousands of spectators, millions watching, and when the pressure reaches its highest point, something strange happens, while other shooters begin to rush. Vincent seems to slow down, while others start thinking about the score. Vincent focuses on the next target, while others allow one mistake to destroy their rhythm. Vincent resets and starts again. And that mindset has produced something extraordinary. 4 Olympic gold medals, not 1, not 2, not 3, 4. That isn't a lucky streak. That isn't one perfect competition. That's a system. A system built around preparation, repetition, pressure management, and mental control. And today we're going inside the 4 shooting secrets that explain why Vincent Hancock has remained one of the most dominant names in Olympic skeet shooting. This isn't about copying his shotgun. It isn't about buying better equipment. And it isn't about hoping you'll suddenly become more confident. It's about understanding the habits behind elite performance. Because Vincent's biggest advantage may not be what happens when he pulls the trigger. It may be everything he does before he gets there. So let's break down the 4 shooting secrets that every serious clay shooter can learn from the Vincent Hancock system. Secrets 1. Build a system, not just confidence. Here's the first mistake most shooters make. They think they need more confidence. They walk onto the station thinking, I hope I shoot well today. I hope I don't miss. I feel good today, so maybe I can shoot a great score. But confidence is unstable. It changes from day to day. One perfect round can make you feel unstoppable. One bad station can make you question everything. Vincent's approach is different. Instead of depending on confidence, the goal is to build a repeatable process. That difference is massive. A shooter who depends on confidence needs to feel good before performing well. A shooter who depends on a system knows what to do. Even when confidence disappears, that's the first skill. Make your process stronger than your emotions. Think about what happens after a missed target. An average shooter may immediately change something. Maybe the stance, maybe the gun movement, maybe the lead, maybe the speed. Maybe they start questioning their eyes. One mistake becomes 5 different corrections, and now the shooter isn't actually shooting anymore. They're thinking. Vincent's system is built around consistency. One miss doesn't need to change everything. One perfect target doesn't need to change everything either. The next target is still the next target. That means your goal shouldn't be, I need to shoot a perfect round. Your goal should be, I need to execute this shot correctly. That's a completely different mindset. Instead of chasing the final score, you focus on the process that creates the score. And this is one of the most important lessons from Vincent's career. Champions don't necessarily have perfect confidence every day. They have a process they can trust. So when you train, don't only ask, how many targets did I break? Ask, was my setup consistent? Was my visual focus correct? Did I rush? Did my movement stay smooth? Did I follow my routine after a mistake? Because those answers tell you much more than the score alone. Build a system you can trust on your best day and your worst day. Secret 2, train with purpose, not just repetition. Here's another major lesson. More shooting does not automatically mean better shooting. If firing thousands of shells automatically created champions, every shooter with the biggest ammunition budget would be an Olympic gold medalist. But that's not how improvement works. The difference is purpose. Elite training isn't simply about repeating the same action again and again. It's about collecting information. Every miss should tell you something. Every mistake should create a question, and every pattern should lead to a correction. Instead of saying, I missed that target, ask, why did I miss it? Did your eyes move? Did you start too late? Did you rush the gun? Did your movement become aggressive? Did your routine change? Were you reacting instead of executing? This turns practice into a feedback system. You're no longer just shooting targets. You're studying your own performance. That's a completely different way to train. And there's another important part of the Vincent approach. Don't only practice what you're already good at. Most shooters naturally enjoy their strengths. If they're good at one target presentation, they want to shoot it again. If they're comfortable with a certain station, they want more of it. But comfort doesn't create the biggest improvement. Weakness does. The uncomfortable targets are where you discover what needs work. So build your training around questions. What is currently costing me targets? What happens when I become tired? What happens when I miss early? What happens when someone is watching? What happens when the pressure increases? Because competition isn't a quiet practice session, and that's why purposeful training matters. You're not preparing to shoot perfectly in perfect conditions. You're preparing to execute when conditions aren't perfect. The source script emphasizes this idea clearly. Vincent's practice isn't simply about shooting more. It's about understanding mistakes, identifying patterns, and using those patterns to improve. So next time you're at the range, don't count only the number of targets you break. Count the lessons you discover. Shoot less mindlessly. Train more intelligently. Secret 3, make pressure part of practice. This may be one of the biggest differences between an average shooter and an elite competitor. Most shooters practice when everything is comfortable. Good weather, quiet range, no audience, no scoreboard pressure, no consequences. Then competition arrives, and suddenly everything feels different. The heart rate increases. The mind becomes louder. The shooter starts thinking about the score. A single miss feels enormous, and the technique that looked perfect during practice suddenly becomes difficult to reproduce. Why? Because pressure wasn't part of the training. Vincent's philosophy, as presented in the source, is essentially this: don't wait for pressure to appear in competition. Train yourself to perform under it before competition begins. That means deliberately creating uncomfortable situations. Add distractions, add time pressure, add spectators, add competition. Make the environment less predictable. Because your goal isn't simply to learn how to shoot. Your goal is to learn how to continue shooting the same way when your mind wants to panic. That's a major distinction. Anyone can look calm when nothing is at stake. The real test comes when the target matters, when the score is close, when one mistake could change the result, when everyone is watching. That's where your training has to take over. And this is why elite shooting can look almost boring from the outside. Vincent doesn't need every movement to look dramatic. He doesn't need to chase the target. He doesn't need to force the gun. His movements appear controlled because they're familiar. His feet, his setup, his visual focus, his rhythm, his breathing, his entire sequence has been repeated until the process becomes automatic. The source specifically describes this consistency as something established long before the target appears. That's the secret. Pressure becomes less powerful when the situation itself isn't completely new. If you've practiced only when you're comfortable, pressure feels like an enemy. If you've trained under pressure, it becomes another condition you've already experienced. So don't ask, how can I stay calm during competition? Ask, how can I practice staying calm before competition? That's a much better question. Because the goal isn't to eliminate pressure. The goal is to become better at performing while pressure exists. Secret 4, reset your mind before the next target. Now we reach the secret that may separate great shooters from everyone else. The ability to reset. Imagine you miss a target, what happens next? For many shooters, that missed target follows them to the next station. Why did I miss? I can't afford another one. Now they're shooting the next target while mentally standing on the previous one. That's dangerous, because the target in front of you is the only one you can still control. Vincent's system is built around treating every target as a new challenge. Both failure and success can become distractions. A miss creates fear, but a perfect shot can create overconfidence. You start thinking, I'm on fire today, and suddenly your attention moves away from execution. And that's why the elite mindset isn't, I can't miss. It's, I trust my process. I can't miss creates pressure. I trust my process creates commitment. When pressure increases, Vincent doesn't need to become more aggressive. He becomes more controlled, more focused, more deliberate. The goal isn't to fight pressure, it's to remove the panic that comes with it. So remember this simple rule. The previous target is finished. You cannot change it, you cannot undo it. The only thing you control is the next execution. Take a breath, return to your setup, return to your visual focus, return to your rhythm, then shoot the target in front of you. That's what a reset looks like. And the more you practice this mentally, the less one mistake will control the rest of your round. 4 Olympic gold medals don't come from luck. They come from preparation, discipline, mental control, and a system you can trust under pressure. So the next time you step onto the range, remember Vincent Hancock's biggest lesson: don't chase perfection. Trust your process. If this video helped you understand the mindset behind elite shooting, like the video, subscribe to Shotgun Reloaded, and I'll see you in the next one.